I'm Travis Rochelle, Head of Business Development for Carr's Hill Partners. We are a New Orleans-based private equity firm. We focus on family and founder-owned companies that operate in the industrial and infrastructure services sectors. These companies are lower middle market businesses, so they're smaller businesses. My role specifically is involved in sourcing companies to acquire. This entails a lot of direct outreach to the business owners themselves. And there's a tremendous amount of work that goes into that in first identifying the company that seems to be a fit from our investment criteria perspective, but also tracking down the business owner's contact information, phone, email, name, whether the business is still privately held or if it's already been acquired by a larger strategic company. And so my Hireframer helps me from a sourcing perspective. So she can basically do a great job in researching specific companies, finding their contact information, finding specific details about those businesses, and helping kind of craft together messaging that I can ultimately reach out to those business owners with. In addition to that, the Hireframer gets involved in any other administrative tasks that kind of falls onto my desk. One of those being non-disclosure agreements. So she does a great job in kind of reviewing NDAs, marking them up based on the parameters that I provide her and kind of sending those back to me. Before my Hireframer, a lot of this work, I was just doing it myself. We're a small team, and so I manage all of the sourcing responsibilities at the firm. And so it's not necessarily that the work wasn't getting done, but it wasn't to the volume that I preferred, especially if my day is incredibly busy with calls and meetings or travel. I just don't have the time to sit down and dig up 50 companies and find contact information, find unique identifiers about those businesses, and do that type of research. And so my Hireframer really helped me scale my efforts in regards to just the pure volume of companies that we're reaching out to. And then anytime I have administrative tasks, I can just immediately forward those to my Hireframer instead of me getting involved in doing those tasks myself. So the biggest beneficiary is just the time management that I get back to focus on higher priority items. When choosing a Hireframer, the team at Hireframe provided me 3 different candidates to interview. I think within a week of basically deciding to move forward with Hireframe, those interviews were scheduled. So they were very quick in identifying people who could be a great fit for me. All 3 interviews were by video, so I could talk and see the person that I was interacting with and ask them specific questions about their resume, their skill set, kind of what interests them most, what they're good at, what they would enjoy doing, and ultimately I could figure out which of these individuals was the best fit for myself. What's really important to me from a partner to work with from Hireframe is communication. It's very common for me to have to change the Hireframer's priorities throughout the day because my priorities change. They might be working on a long-term project with me, but I might have something that's more time sensitive, and I can send it over to them and make sure that they see it quickly, they can respond to it quickly, and get back to me. Generally speaking, there are business development individuals at all major private equity firms, and all of them are tasked with very similar responsibilities as me in regards to being able to source a lot of high quality investment opportunities for the firm. And those opportunities can be through direct outreach to the business owners, or they could also come through intermediaries like investment bankers, CPAs, lawyers, etc. And to do that effectively, it really is a volume game. You need to be able to contact a lot of people at all times. And if you're a small firm with minimal resources and the responsibility just falls on your shoulders, you have to figure out how can you scale your efforts without hiring additional people to your team. And so Hireframe is a perfect solution to really scale your outreach efforts and to make sure that you're contacting all the people that you need to be contacting, in addition to helping offload a lot of administrative tasks. I see our Hireframers scaling with our business as we grow, because as we grow, we will have more needs, especially on the sourcing side for myself, to find more companies to acquire, because we'll have more capital to deploy. And so naturally, I think, Hireframe will scale with us as we continue to grow, because we will need to find more businesses to buy, and there's just going to be a lot more work to get done. So I can almost envision a team of Hireframers assisting me down the line as my business continues to grow. Because at the end of the day, time is everything, and the more you can scale your efforts without having to hire more people in your office, I think the more effective you can be in your role.